Welcome to Template 3. This is your weekly progress monitoring tool. We are going to replace messy clinical jargon with clear, actionable steps that center around the family's routine. Before we begin, we have to set a strict boundary. This tool is for educational and family support only. That means you must leave out all sensitive medical details, therapy records, or unnecessary private data. To fill this out correctly, you need 3 items on hand: a completed template 1 or 2, your weekly practice notes or family feedback, and the student's first name or participant ID. Gathering these exact materials and holding the line on privacy ensures your weekly tracking remains safe, completely objective, and focused strictly on the student's progress. Step 1 is filling out the header information. Here, you will record the basic meeting details. Stick strictly to the student's first name or their specific participant ID to protect the family's privacy. Look at this split screen. Copy the exact current goal from Template 2 and place it into Template 3. Do not write a new goal. Lock the current goal in place. Only create a new goal if the current one is completely finished. Underneath that goal, record the baseline, what the student could do before this week's practice, and state the exact success criteria you are looking for this week. Keeping the goal statement identical across multiple weeks allows you to compare logs directly. It ensures the data reflects actual changes in performance rather than a target that keeps shifting. Now we move to Section 3 to document if practice happened. You will select Yes, Partially, No, or Family Report only. In family-centered programs, practice doesn't happen every single week, and you should record that without judgment. Section 4 is the weekly practice log. The mandatory rule here is that all notes must be short, observable facts. Leave out your personal opinions. Let's look at this comparison graphic. On the left, writing "was not paying attention" is subjective and judgmental. Instead, write exactly what happened, like the example on the right. Needed 2 verbal prompts to return to the checklist. When logging the student's response, use precise verbs. Write that they chose, requested, or refused an item. Avoid generic praise like "did great." For progress evidence, give quantifiable metrics. Note the exact number of steps completed, like completed 3 out of 5 checklist steps. If you hit barriers, describe them objectively. Point out what materials were confusing or what task needs adjustment, rather than blaming the student or family. By sticking to observable behavior, you turn vague opinions into concrete data that actually helps the support team adjust their approach. Section 5 introduces the Prompting and Support Level Scale. You will use this to measure exactly how much help a student needed to complete a task. This diagram shows the prompt ladder. Aim for independence, moving down 1 step at a time to visual, gestural, or verbal prompts. Move down to choice or modeling only if needed. The bottom step, physical support, requires strict program and family approval. Pinpointing the exact prompt level used this week allows the team to systematically fade that support out next week, pushing the student toward true independence. At the end of the week, you will fill out Section 6, the weekly progress snapshot. Select the overall progress level based solely on the objective evidence you just logged. Next, capture family feedback in Section 7. This ensures the home routine and the parents' direct observations remain at the center of the plan. Finally, we reach Section 8, the next week action plan. The rule here is that your next step must be practical, highly specific, and small enough to complete before the next weekly meeting. Look at this section of the form. A perfectly scoped action step means selecting exactly what needs to be done, like preparing a visual support and writing "use fewer food choices." Finish up by assigning a specific person to prepare those materials and officially schedule the date and time for the next check-in. Crafting a bite-sized action plan ensures continuous momentum without overwhelming the family schedule. Before you submit, it's time for the final review phase. Running through a quick pre-flight checklist guarantees your form is ready and compliant. First, verify your privacy and continuity rules. Check that you only used first names or IDs, and confirm that the weekly goal was copied directly from your previous templates. Next, verify your data quality on this checklist graphic. Make sure progress evidence is purely objective, prompt levels are accurate, and judgmental language is eliminated. Confirm the final requirement. Exactly 1 manageable next step is set. Once checked, you are ready to submit. This objective approach creates a roadmap that respects the family's priorities and provides the team with the evidence needed to support the student's next steps.